Welcome to DDI Central Tech Videos. If you're evaluating deployment options for DDI Central, an important question comes up early. Is Windows the right fit for our DDI infrastructure? Who should use Windows-based DDI Central? This is built for organizations deeply invested in Microsoft infrastructure, where DNS, DHCP, and Active Directory are already in place. You're not looking to replace what already works. You're looking to bring it under complete visibility, richer context, and more holistic control. DDI Central acts as a unifying layer, helping you move from scattered operations to centralized governance without disrupting your existing Windows environment. The challenge. Managing Windows DNS and DHCP still often means manual work and fragmented tools. Admins have to be PowerShell ninjas to carry out everything from simple configurations to complex automations. Every change depends on scripts, making even routine tasks more effort-intensive than they should be. At the same time, teams are forced to work across separate consoles, juggling multiple Microsoft Management Console windows just to complete a single operation. Over time, documentation begins to drift, IP records fall out of sync with reality, and stale records start to accumulate, as old leases aren't cleaned up in time. What should be a unified system ends up operating in silos. Let's look at 5 key indicators that show when a Windows-based deployment aligns best with your operational and architectural needs. Let's begin with the first indicator. Indicator 1. You run Windows DNS and DHCP. Your core network services are already running on Windows. If your environment relies on Microsoft Windows Server DNS, Microsoft Windows Server DHCP, Active Directory integrated DNS zones, and dynamic DNS updates, you are an ideal fit. Because DDI Central is carefully tailored for native Windows DNS and DHCP environments, including their setup, behaviors, and policy models. It works with your existing architecture, aligns with how your services are already configured, and respects the policies that govern them. So instead of changing your environment, you enhance it with visibility, control, and automation, without disruption. Indicator 2. Your environment is Active Directory-centric. If Active Directory drives your network operations, your DNS, DHCP, and IP management are already tightly coupled with your domain architecture. Your forest and domain structure define how your network behaves. Your DNS records live inside Active Directory, your updates are secured and authenticated, and your policies are enforced, collectively, across servers. In environments like this, control isn't optional, it's foundational. And this is exactly where DDI Central fits in. It brings centralized control to AD-integrated DNS, unified visibility across all zones, and governed management of Windows DHCP scopes without disrupting your existing architecture. So if your network is built around Active Directory, DDI Central doesn't replace it, it elevates it. Indicator 3. Your environment is distributed. Your network spans multiple sites, multiple domain controllers, and DHCP scopes spread across locations. Branch offices, remote environments, independent domain controllers, each one operating locally, but expected to behave consistently. And as this distribution grows, so does the challenge: maintaining visibility, ensuring policy consistency, and managing IP space across every site. This is where DDI Central fits naturally. It brings centralized visibility across all locations, unifies control over distributed DHCP scopes, and ensures consistent policy enforcement, no matter how many sites or domain controllers you manage. So if your network is distributed, DDI Central doesn't add complexity. It brings it under control. Indicator 4. You want centralized control without disruption. In many Windows environments, DNS and DHCP management becomes fragmented. Changes are made manually, across servers, visibility is limited, and policy consistency becomes harder to maintain. What starts as operational flexibility quickly turns into operational complexity. This is where DDI Central steps in. It brings a single pane of control across your AD-integrated DNS zones, centralizes Windows DHCP management, and enforces policy-driven IP governance, without replacing your existing infrastructure. And with full IP, DNS, and MAC correlation, you gain the context needed to troubleshoot faster and operate smarter. So if you're looking for governance without disrupting what already works, DDI Central is the next step forward. Indicator 5. Your operations don't scale as fast as your network. Your teams spend hours managing routine DNS and DHCP changes. Troubleshooting takes longer than it should, and visibility into IP usage remains limited. What should be simple, repeatable operations turn into time-consuming manual effort. As your environment grows, more devices, more users, more locations, complexity compounds. This is where DDI Central makes the difference. It automates repetitive tasks, accelerates troubleshooting with real-time visibility, and brings clarity to your entire IP landscape. So your teams spend less time managing infrastructure and more time improving it. If operational efficiency is becoming a challenge at scale, DDI Central helps you take control and move faster. And the impact of DDI Central extends across your entire organization. For IT teams, it automates the IP lifecycle and accelerates issue resolution. For architects, it enables scalable, structured IP design with a clean, governable model. For security teams, it delivers deeper DNS visibility, reduces stale records, and ensures controlled dynamic updates. So instead of operating in silos, your teams work with shared visibility, shared control, and a unified approach to network management. Because when your DDI is centralized, every team moves faster and operates with clarity. If your environment is built on Windows, DDI Central fits in naturally. You don't need to replace what already works. Your Windows DNS, your Windows DHCP, your Active Directory, they all stay exactly where they are. Because DDI Central is not here to disrupt your infrastructure, it's here to unify it. You centralize control, you automate operations, you enforce consistency at scale. So instead of rebuilding your stack, you elevate it. This is where your Windows DDI stack becomes enterprise-ready. No more fragmented tools, no more disconnected workflows. DDI Central brings everything together into a single Windows-native control layer. Native integration with Windows DNS and DHCP, so nothing feels foreign. Policy enforcement, so rules stay consistent across every server. Lifecycle tracking, so records are always accurate, always up to date. Faster operations, with quicker provisioning and cleanup. No configuration drift, everything stays in sync, automatically. From scattered management to a unified, governed, and scalable workflow. This is how Windows-based DDI becomes enterprise-grade. Ready to transform your DDI infrastructure? With DDI Central, you move beyond fragmented tools to enterprise-grade DNS, DHCP, and IPAM management on your terms. Built for Windows environments, designed for scale, engineered for control. If you're looking to simplify operations, enforce consistency, and gain complete visibility, DDI Central is built for you. To explore more insights on modern DDI, stay connected with us, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more from ManageEngine DDI Central.